Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me in the record room today. My name is Doug. If you are new to the channel, been a little while since I made a video. It's been a lot going on. If you saw the past couple of ones, the story of my dad being in and out of the hospital, he went back in. He was at home doing really well. I was visiting him one morning. We were watching a bit of the Olympics. He was in good spirits, but later that day, he collapsed, had a seizure, ended up back in the hospital for about 10 or 12 days, but he is out again now, once again, doing better. So it's been quite the saga, a lot of twists and turns. I haven't really had the time or the inclination to make any videos, but I thought I would catch you all up on some fresh reggae platters that have been hitting the turntable. So the vibes are good. Got fresh straw of coffee at hand. Let's dive in and see what I've been listening to. Late last year, the Studio 16 label out of Brixton, UK, released 4 10-inch singles as part of a Lee Perry dub plate series featuring alternative mixes of classic Lee Perry produced gems from the apex of his Black Ark studio circa 1976, 1977. These all have custom sleeves and reproduction dub plate style labels with the strip of tape and just the title written in pen. These included George Faith, that gusty soul-voiced singer covering the OJ's I've Got the Groove, vocal mix on all of these on the side 1 with dub mix on side 2. And these are 10-inch singles, all on black vinyl. Would also include Keith Rowe's Upful, Optimistic, Living My Life. Again, vocal mix on side 1, dub mix on side 2. Keith and Tex, Groovy Situation. Keith Rowe, just visiting back in Jamaica for a few days, recorded these songs for Lee Perry. Groovy Situation, a big hit. Also, just credited to Lee Perry here, but the singer is, of course, Carlton Jackson. The monumental History, serious lyrics on this one. Pay careful attention. Perhaps the most focused delineation or expression of the Rastafarian point of view. Or Rastaman first bring civilization on ya. A couple of those songs I first heard on the old Arcology box set back in 1997. Others have cropped up on various compilations over the years. History was put out about 20 years ago by Trojan and a reissued 12-inch single. And back in 2020, also surfaced as a dub plate mix out of Japan on the Play On Mr. Music compilation from the Raka Shaka label. Maybe similar mix to the one here, but the other ones are all alternative mixes, though not, to my ears, staggeringly different from the more familiar commercially released versions. But many years I've been living with these tunes. Still a thrill to this day to hear them. History, this one gives you goosebumps on your arms. Monumental tune from Lee Perry's Black Ark. Had to finally get around to grabbing these. Great sound quality. Love to hear these alternative mixes of Lee Perry gems from the heyday of the Black Ark. Producer Delroy Wright had been born in Kingston, Jamaica, but moved to the United States by the early 1970s. He would operate the Live and Learn record shop and label of the same name based out of Washington, D.C., turning that into a hub of reggae activity around the D.C. area. Meanwhile, his brother Hyman Wright, aka Ja Life, would operate the Ja Life and Dub Irator labels down in New York. Both had got their early introduction to reggae music back on the island through their father, who had done some production with the great singer Delroy Wilson in the 1960s, and as such, it was a natural move for them to move into production themselves with strong ties to many of the top name artists, musicians, and producers on the island, particularly with Henry Junjo Laws, who would emerge as the most prolific and one of the most successful producers of the early 1980s. And many of their productions kind of in conjunction with Henry Laws. A bit tricky to ascertain who exactly produced what, but a few of the albums, more than 30, I think, that appeared on Delroy Wright's Live and Learn Records label out of Washington, D.C., have been making the rounds again. Fairly recent presses, I think, a couple of years old, maybe some old stock surfaced, but I was able to grab a few of them. Missed out on one though, Wayne Wade's Poor and Humble, sold out before I could get to it, but maybe it'll come around again. But Firehouse Clash, all these albums date to circa 1983, 1984-ish. This is one of the fad of Clash albums that were happening at the time. Apparently, Delroy Wright had an album's worth of material from both these artists, Junior Reid and Don Carlos, but opted to put out a split LP in the trend of the times, if you will, usually pitting kind of a more veteran artist against an up-and-comer. Both of these singers were from the Waterhouse School of Vocalizing. I think Delroy Wright himself, born in Waterhouse, district of Kingston, and both had ties to Black Uhuru. Don Carlos had been a founding member of the group in the early 1970s, before going solo, still active as a solo artist today, as is Junior Reid, who would shortly take over lead singing position in Black Uhuru following the departure of Michael Rose. And this is back out again on kind of a light green, grayish, marbled vinyl. A bit flat sound quality on this one, I find. Not bad, but nice set of sides, one side a piece from Junior Reid and one from Don Carlos, chanting, big tune from the man like Junior Reid, a protege of the late Hugh Mundell. Junior Reid actually present on the scene when Hugh Mundell was shot. Classic set from Barrington Levy, which also appeared on Live and Learn Records around 1983, I guess. Recent pressing on blue vinyl, matches a kind of crushed velvet suit there. Nice touch. Teach Me Culture. A couple of the songs, never had this album. A couple of the songs on here, my friend Alan Tapelis on YouTube has done lyric videos for them. I helped him out with a couple of these tunes, so had to grab this album when it came around again. And then Little John, a nasally voiced dance hall singer, born John McMorris, based out of the US for many years now, but hard dance hall set from Little John on pink vinyl, given a tough mix down by studio engineer Bunny Tom Tom here, who inspired the name of the rock group, the Tom Tom Club, adding some echo and reverb to the mix, giving this a very raw sound, like you're in the dance hall listening to this live. Nice tunes on here. The More We Are Together, adapting the old religious song, Tea-Tar-Toe, nursery rhyme set to the classic Studio One rhythm, A Love I Can Feel, Lego Me Hand, Gate Man, tough songs from Little John in an early dancehall style. Speaking of studio engineers, one who made his mark in the late 1970s and early 1980s, his name will be known to reggae aficionados, but probably not much outside that circle, was Barnabas, aka Ranking Barnabas. Something of a triple threat, was a drummer as well as a performer, recording a number of sides as a DJ. Usually under the name Ranking Barnabas, particularly for Roy Francis's Phase 1 label. The We Are Getting Bad compilation includes Barnabas doing his toasting cut to the Chantel's sister Faye, and he was also an accomplished dub mixer working at Channel 1 Studio. He first walked through the studio doors at the age of 12 on an errand from his mother, gradually working his way up to becoming something of a gopher, running errands for the studio owners, was someone they could rely on, and began learning the ropes of the music business, mixing a number of dub albums through the late 1970s into the 1980s. The Cold Crusher is the only one that came out credited to his name. Only ever released in the late 1970s in the United States with no cover. This is the first ever reissue from the Jam Dung label out of Italy, if I'm not mistaken. Fully annotated by reggae scholars Helmut Phillips and the noted David Katz. This is Revolutionaries Channel 1 dub album. There were many, Channel 1 Studio was churning out at the time. Perhaps this one got lost in the shuffle. Very obscure album, The Cold Crusher. Given a bit of distinction perhaps by the mixing talents of Barnabas, a nice little tweak here and there to differentiate it from some other Channel 1 Revolutionaries dub albums of the late 1970s, which can sometimes get a bit formulaic. My friend Mark down the road calls it dub by numbers. Barnabas, Ranking Barnabas, The Cold Crusher dub album from the late 1970s, featuring some tracks from UK harmony group The Black Stones from the Insight album, produced by Phil Pratt. All Phil Pratt rhythms on the Cold Crusher album, and some of them also appear in differing mixes on Star Wars dub. The only album released under Barnabas's name, who sadly passed away late in 2025. Did not quite perhaps get the acclaim due to him, but hopefully this new reissue through Jam Dung Records will start to set the record straight. Incredible reissue just arrived from the UK, from out of the Jah Fingers camp, a highly sought after roots reggae rarity, originally released 1982, never reissued before, starting 2026 off on a strong foot with the arrival of the Visionaires in conjunction with the 12 Tribes of Israel, one of the major mansions of Rastafari, founded in the late 1960s by Vernon Carrington, aka the Prophet Gad, credited as executive producer here. The Visionaires, kind of an obscure roots reggae harmony trio. This is To Have a Home. In rock terms, you might call this a religious private press album. Came out on the 12 Tribes' own Orthodox label, backed by musicians associated with the organization, who counted among its members high-profile reggae artists like Bob Marley himself, Freddie McGregor, Israel Vibration, and many others. The Visionaires here, classic roots reggae harmonizing, sometimes with echoes of the more romantic, smoother rock steady era. A couple of moments reminded me of Carlton and the Shoes, and despite the religious nature of it, not particularly a dogmatic record in the slightest. Conscious, to be sure. The title track, To Have a Home, was expecting maybe a theme of repatriation to Africa, but it's more immediate, longing for safety and shelter. Entirely conscious, bigging up Marcus Garvey on another standout track, Standing on a Hillside, the final track, implicitly mentioning 12 Tribes itself. This came out 1982 in two slightly different mixes. From what I understand, this is the second one, featuring some additional instrumentation, reproduction of the original Orthodox label, but this is a brand new reissue from Jah Fingers out of the UK. Highly sought after album. Not even a single copy as of this recording of the original pressing available for sale on Discogs. Expect to pay a pretty penny if you do want to track one down. So very welcome to have this out again. The Visionaires, To Have a Home, the title track itself, quite an earworm, gets into your soul and won't let go. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for the next video. Cheers.